now, and Rachel's standing by, and she's having a ball. Mark Gill, man, we got the crew here, man.
Tell you what.
Okay, final strainer you'll ever buy, final colander, final steamer you'll ever buy.
Steamer, I'll tell you what, this is all about versatility. Steaming's great. We all know the benefits of steaming. You retain the nutrients, you got beautiful colors, you've got great taste and flavor the way the food is supposed to taste, but the problem is these can be big, these can be bulky, these can be made of wood for some reason. I don't get it. This is silicone. This is Prepology. It's our house brand. Everything we've got is designed to max out your kitchen space and give you as much for as little. So look at this. You've got a nice big steamer with all of these nice little holes running all the way up down, all the way up the side. So it's perfect for one of these great big pots, So if you've got these big pots laying around, you want to do some big dinners and big deals like our seafood boil here. Let's take this out of here right away. Now, have you ever been to one of those seafood boil restaurants where they come up with a pot and they're banging on stuff?
Got it.
You bang the pot, I'll serve the food. There you go, right like that.
I bang the pot.
There you go, bing, 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 bing. You get that great experience. Now look at this. You've got that divider in there, which is good for either 4 sections or 2. It's entirely up to you. Let me bring that right over to there. Now, I was able to drain that because I've got all those perforations on the bottom. Everything is a super easy clean because it's silicone when it's all done. Nothing stains, everything wipes away. And what's great about this is the fact that I'm not limited by the size of the pot I have. Let's say I don't have a giant 8 or 10 quart pot. Let's say I've got a 6 quart pot that I want to work with. Watch this. You've got 2 folds down the sides of this steamer. All I have to do is start working around the edge like that. And now I've got a steamer that, come on over here, fits in my 6 quart pans or even my 6 and 8 quart pressure cookers.
Wait, now that is a challenge.
How cool is that?
You can put that in a pressure cooker.
Yes, sir.
And it's not going to melt away. Silicone is kind of a magical
heat safe
thing.
to 450 degrees.
Wow.
And your dividers, which again are good for either 4 sections or 2, are heat safe to 212.
Now, help me out with the dividers. Why the dividers?
Well, because now you can go ahead, you can separate foods. It's great for portion control. If somebody wants to make sure that their carrots don't touch their potatoes, we've all got those people.
Back to steaming, in other words.
Back to steaming, exactly right. So now listen. It's beautiful for veggies.
And there you got the example.
You're right. So have a look in here. Now, this is what we're talking about. That great separation of all the different foods. Look at those colors just pop. And here's one of the things that I love about this. Because it's Prepology, your colors match every other piece that you have in your Prepology collection.
Well, the colors, by the way, are cracked pepper, tomato, and then the aqua. There's that cracked pepper. That's a gray. Tomato, think fancy name. That is the red. This is that turquoise blue. We're calling it the aqua. Dividers coming along with it. This is all dishwasher safe.
Yes,
meaning
sir.
You can put it in the dishwasher, sanitize it, clean that baby up, no problem whatsoever.
Exactly
but unlike that metal pot that you have over there, or that colander, that you have, the metal colander.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You're not going to be able to bend that.
Right. No matter how hard I try, I cannot make this any smaller.
But you have to store that somewhere.
And you got to store it somewhere. So listen, your steamer can also be used as that perfect colander that's easy to store, easy to use, weighs next to nothing. You've got that perfect dishwasher story that goes along with it. Now remember, you've got 2 creases. You've got the one there that brings it from an 8 quart down to a 6, and then you've also got the one along the bottom that's going to allow you to use a steamer in any of your high-sided fry pans or saute pans. Have a look at that. Not only is that what we're talking about as far as storage space for a steamer and a colander, but now, come on over and have a look here, you've got a steamer that'll work in just some of the smallest pans you have around the kitchen. And by the way, let me just give you a little tip on eggs here, if I could.
Yeah.
If you love hard-boiled eggs, but you hate the peeling process, steam them instead of boil them. It's a gentler way to hard-boil your eggs.
Is that right?
It's a little bit more of a time commitment, 22 minutes instead of 12 for hard-boiled, but...
That's not a big time commitment.
Absolutely not. But
because you save the time in peeling them?
Well, the peels come off so much easier.
That's what I'm saying.
And remember, this is a colander as well, so come on over here.
Why do they come off so much easier?
Because you're gently cooking it. You've got a membrane on the inside of the egg that hits the white protein on it, or the white collagen. So as that heats, if you heat it too fast, it shocks it and everything kind of sticks together.
Got it.
If you go ahead and do it slowly, like a steaming process, and then cool it off in that egg bath, those shells will practically fall off. And remember, you can go ahead and put it right in there. You're not damaging your eggs by having to dump them out because we've perforated the bottom. And if you wanted to, you could even steam it in that 6 quart pan, or if you want to use this in your pressure cooker, remember this, 555. That's all you got to remember. 5 minutes, to warm it up, 5 minutes to cook it, and 5 minutes to bring it down from pressure and then let it off. 5, 5, 5, and you'll have perfect eggs every time. But the bottom line is, you got the right tool for the right job from your friends at Prepology. This is all we do. We find things that make it simpler in the kitchen. We max out the space that you've got.
$20 is your regular QVC price. It's $15.99 now. Clearance price. No reorder. No reorder on this item, says the announcer. 3 easy payments of $5.33. Aqua, tomato, and the cracked pepper with the divider. So, in the last couple of minutes, you just showed us a whole lot. So let's just go through categorically.
Sure.
It is a colander.
Colander and a steamer, absolutely.
And it's a steamer, but it's a steamer and a colander of varying sizes.
Well, then that's just it. It allows you to utilize all of the different sizes of pots and pans you have in your house. You're not married to a certain size of pan for your steamer insert to sit on top of. You're not married to that bamboo stuff that can break down in the dishwasher. By the way, go ahead and try and put that in the dishwasher. Double dare you. This is what you're talking about as it's folded. So if you've got a small area, one of those little rooms they call a kitchen nowadays in some of these rentals, if you've got an RV or a dorm even, you can now steam in the dorm. Like we said, you've got those great benefits of steaming, all the great health benefits, the taste benefits, the food benefits. So you've got that 8-quart capacity now that's going to fit into your giant pans with that beautiful silicone handle on either side. If you work your way around across that top crease, now you've got a steamer that will fit in your 6-quart pans or your smaller pressure cookers. And then if you go ahead and follow it around the bottom seam, now you've got a steamer. And by the way, this has all been the same product so far. Now you've got a steamer that you can use in your high-sided fry pans or saute pans. And the bottom line is, when it comes time to the perfect colors, the perfect taste, the perfect flavor of the food, and bringing out all of those nutrients and nutrition out of your veggies, whether you're gardening them yourself or picking them up at the store, this is definitely the way to do it. And you can see that divider's got this into 4 perfectly measured sections, so you can go ahead and keep an eye on portion control. I'm not even going to attempt that. I'm going to use my tongs. You can go ahead with your portion control, and I mean, have a look at the color of this. The broccolini is perfect. The asparagus is gorgeous. The
You're selling me on
beautiful.
Steaming along with the colander.
Absolutely.
It's the benefits
absolutely.
of steaming and the benefits of silicone.
Right.
It's dishwasher safe. It's so incredibly versatile. And we have it for you from Prepology at a clearance price. You can get them a cracked pepper, tomato, and aqua. Great job today,
Love
Mark.
it. Thank you, sir.
Great bunch of demos. Really appreciate it.